All right, YouTube, I've got a 2000 Toyota Camry. It's a V6. I've got 340,000 miles on it. And I looked up every single video on YouTube that I could find. All of them either mislabeled the true blend door actuator or were the right blend door actuator, and I just didn't need to know that. My car went out of heat. I had AC and I had cold, just didn't have heat. Abruptly, I was just driving down the interstate and all of a sudden had no heat. I assumed it was a blend door actuator. I'd fixed it in the past in another vehicle, a truck, but did some research on YouTube and everyone was saying, oh yeah, you need to replace your blend door actuator. So they said, you got to replace that actuator up there. That is not the blend door actuator. That is the mode door actuator. And so then all the other videos were saying to replace the actuator over here. I pulled the entire glove box and the corresponding covers off so that I could fix that actuator back there. But that also is not the right actuator. That is the HVAC actuator. It opens up the air coming from the outside, and that only happens when you use the front defrosters. So that pulls air in with the fan here for the defrosters. That was extremely difficult to get out. You can't reach most of the screws, so I had to undo the fan motor so that I could shift it about 2 inches so that I could get all the screws off. I replaced that one only to realize after the fact that that's not the right one. That's the HVAC motor actuator. And so I am in the process of putting all of that back together. As a pro tip, these pieces of metal right here were super sharp. They cut me half a dozen times, so I used a piece of sandpaper, sanded them all down. I sanded the plastic edges back there as well because those were cutting me. With a little bit of help from AI, I found out there's no fuse really that would have caused the heat to go out. Those two pipes are the coolant coming in and out of the heat, basically the heater. I forget the name of it, but the heat core, that's what it's called, the heating core. So I had fluid coming in that was hot, fluid going out that was hot. I knew the heating core wasn't plugged. The real blend door actuator goes right there. I already pulled it out. That's what it looks like. It should be upside down, and you'll have a cable that you'll disconnect right there. You've got 3 screws coming out. That changes the door from the heater, and that blends the heating and the hot and the cold air. There's a ton of misinformation on the internet. Obviously it's an old vehicle, so a lot of people probably just don't care, but that one up there is the mode door. The one on the passenger side is the HVAC door, and the one that goes right here is the blend door motor. They are different. I hope this helps. I couldn't find anyone else on the internet that had anything on it. You don't need to pull off the center console or anything to get to it. It's pretty easy. If you are going to take that the actuator up top, the mode door actuator, all you have to do is pull or move the little clip in the center of that door, the white door, or the plate is what they call it. It pops off, then you can access the screws pretty easy. This one wasn't easy to get to, but you just got to move the plastic around a little bit and you can wiggle a Phillips head in there. like I said, the other one's miserable, but good luck. It's probably not your coolant if you're worrying about it. It's probably just this blend door motor. It's like 25 bucks on the internet. All right, YouTube, just a follow up here. I pulled the old blend door motor out, the actuator. I didn't actually get to show everyone how I took this little vent off. It's not easy, it's pretty difficult to reach, and it's not flexible. So I'll show you. I did replace this, the actuator. When you're done with it, you'll want to lubricate all the white pieces of plastic. So that white piece of plastic there, the channel or the groove that the motor actuator goes into, and up there you need to replace the lithium lubricant there. And so this is going to go right up into that socket right there. The only way I was able to get it off is by kind of prying, twisting, and it finally popped off. There's a little bit of damage, but for the most part it came off seamlessly. At any rate, this is the blend door actuator. That's the mode actuator, and the HVAC actuator is under the dash on that side, and that is controlled by the front vent button. Good luck. So this is the white lithium grease that I've been using to lubricate the plates for those door actuators. I don't think this product is as high of quality as what was already on there, but this is what I'm going to use. This is what I've been using. I don't know, you guys can put in the comments if there's another product that works better. Maybe I don't know, somebody might think Vaseline might work, who knows.